Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan medal video, and in this video we are going to talk about what preparations you can do for the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 Friend Summon LR EZA. So if we look in the news here, we'll see the Extreme Challenge campaign for the LR Great Saiyaman the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 will transcend the limit once again. Get ready for their Extreme Z Awakening. So it looks like they're going to have an Extreme Z area. That Extreme Z area is going to require you to use units from the Hero Extermination event, and you're going to need to use those units that have their own EZA area as viable units to beat the EZA area that's going to come out for Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Yeah, I know that's EZA area a lot, but we'll explain it more in detail. So all of these units here get their awakening medals from an event called the Hero Extermination Plan. Those units have a Extreme Z area that you can find under the challenge section. And you're going to want to go and get those units and use them to make a team to beat the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 EZA. Now the first thing you need to do is get Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. So to get them, you're going to need to summon on the Friend Summon banner. Now the game's giving you 20,000 friend points to get your first couple copies, and they're not too rare a drop. You're going to need 24 copies of them. I have done a video on the Friend Summon LRs, and we did it quite recently, so you should be able to find it, but I'll link it in the description below. Once you have 24 copies of the LR, you're going to want to then put one copy to SA10, and you're going to want to put the other copy to SA10 with all the hidden potential piles awakened. You're going to need to then awaken the units, and those awakening medals can be earned from the Hero Extermination Plan event. So we just see here, for example, the Warriors Mark Piccolo. You can see it comes from the Hero Extermination Plan event, and you'll see it comes from this stage. Now the medals come from various stages, and you can find the event if you don't want to look for it through the growth panel. You can find the event under the story section here, and you'll see their Hero Extermination Plan. So here's where you can earn all of the medals for these units, and you're going to have to go back to this event later for another reason, but keep in mind that you will need the awakening medals not only for the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, but for all the units that you plan on using in the EZA area. Now you also need to make sure that these units here in this character list are units you have, and that you have Extreme Z awakened them. They will not be allowed to be used unless they have been Extreme Z awakened. So the next part, after you have finally awakened your Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 to a LR state, is you're going to want to go to the challenge section and do the Extreme Z area for whichever units you have. Now the stages are all different, they're all for different units. If you go to the info screen, you'll see that you need Whis and Hatchiyak to take on these stages. Now you're going to say, how do I get Whis and Hatchiyak? Well, you get Whis and Hatchiyak again from the Hero Extermination Plan event. There's two different events, one for the super side, aka the hero side, and one for the villain side. On the hero side, you get Whis from stage 20. You can see him there, and you can farm copies of him. He also has his own Extreme Z Awakening. And Hatchiyak, who you get from the stage 20 of the second side. So let's recap so far. Get your copies of Great Saiyaman 1 and 2. Make sure that you awaken them. Grab your copies of Whis and Hatchiyak, and then get ready to challenge whichever stage you can to awaken and Extreme Z awaken whichever units you have. You will see that the stages drop medals for specific units. You do not have to do the previous stages to go to the stage that has for the unit you want. However, obviously it is advised to EZA as many units as possible, because one, they're not bad, and two, it's going to make it easier to farm the rest of them, since you can only really use these medals. As always with any EZA, the left hand side on the first difficulty is bronze, and silver on the right hand side, and then gold on the left hand side in the Z hard, and rainbow on the right hand side. And you'll see all of these units get pretty good EZAs, so you're welcome to grab whichever ones you want. I just suggest that you go for the non-int ones, Remember, you're going to be using them for the physical Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 EZA area. Chances are you don't want int units because it's just going to either A, be a hindrance, or B, they're going to take more damage or just slow you down. If you don't have a lot of selection or choices and you have to go for the int ones, then of course you can. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just advising that you are aware that you try to avoid using the int units if possible. But yeah, so once you've got all of those units, you are now ready to go for the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 LR EZA. So this EZA only is scheduled to start on the 24th. So you do have some time to prepare for the EZA area. You don't need to be completely ready. So I suggest that you really start working on getting your copies of the LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, and then you start working on the EZA areas for the units. Of course, we've had a couple units recently come out with EZA areas, and we will be getting some more next week, so you can look forward to those. But that's it from me, guys. Let me know how you enjoyed the video, leave a like if you did, and as always, stay safe and bye.